Hello everybody, welcome back to WTF Moments, for those movies that just don't deserve the full treatment. Today's is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to talk about a movie that's still in theaters. I would like to talk to you about Cabin in the Woods. I guess since this is still in theater, I should say spoilers, because there's no point in watching this video until you've seen the movie. And since it's in theaters, I can't show you clips like I normally do. So, I apologize for that. I'm not going to illegally download a copy of a movie in a theater just so I can show you clips. It's just not going to happen. So, if you've seen the movie, continue to watch. If not, go see it first. It's a good movie, and then come back. I'll start off by saying I am a Joss Whedon fanboy. I don't think everything he does is gold. I'm not a huge fan of Dollhouse, but by and large, his style of writing definitely suits me. I also love Bradley Whitford. I loved him in The West Wing. I just love seeing him. So I enjoyed this movie for the most part. But I had two major and one minor issues that I do think count as WTF moments. And we'll just start with the ultimate plot is these evil gods once ruled the earth, destroying all life, went to sleep. And while they were asleep, mankind evolved, came across their sleeping forms, devised a ritual to keep them asleep. Is this what I'm supposed to believe? Because we're told that if the gods wake up, they will destroy all life on Earth. How did ancient man devise this very complex ritual? It's very involved. And know that it would keep them asleep. Do you stumble across the sleeping form of an ancient evil god and go, you know what I think would keep him sleeping is if I built this ritual chamber and then ritualistically killed these people. Plus, the ritual's not the same in every country. And all it takes is one of these rituals to succeed to keep all of them asleep. There's some holes in that. Some rather significant holes, I feel. How did we learn this system? Why is it different in every country? Why does it only need to work in one country to cover all the countries? Where are the gods themselves? Because we see it sleeping right underneath, right? At the end, when the god comes up, he comes up through the facility. So the god is right there. Is there a slumbering god in each and every country? And if so, they laid themselves out kind of nicely, right? And how come the ritual is... The ritual is culturally significant. Now, we only really see most of the Japanese ritual, which fits in with the Japanese horror movies. So, we don't have a lot of experience with all the other rituals, but their ritual is different. I just find it amazing that the gods themselves, the ritual pertains to the culture above them, and apparently they're spread out underneath all these countries. Anyway, I just don't think that was fully explained. I don't think it was well thought out. I think it needed work. The minor issue I have is when the two characters swap rooms. In the control room, they're like, hey, we got these guys swapping rooms, adjust the scenarios. It makes it look like they're very on top of and in charge of what's going on. Except once the haunt happens, once the zombies rise from the grave, they have no control over anything except blowing the tunnel. That's it. Apart from that, it's just sit back, watch, and see. The proof that they don't have control over anything is, the druggy guy survives even though they didn't think he did. They really got no control over anything that happens. So what's all this adjust the scenarios? They're changing rooms. Dude, you just flip the switch and see what happens. And lastly, and this is another major issue I felt, the jock dies by trying to jump the pit and hitting the barrier wall that they put in place, and he dies. No mention is ever made of the fact that he died strictly because of something that the agency or whatever they are put in place. He wasn't killed by the zombies. He hit that barrier they built, and he died. But that's okay. The ritual still goes on. So all that's required for this ritual to work is for the ritual to be activated and they all die in the proper order. If that's the case, as soon as they activate the ritual, why don't you send in, like, a platoon of Navy SEALs and just gun them down in the correct order? If all the ritual requires is that it starts and then they die in the correct order, because he didn't die as a result of zombies. He died hitting a artificial barrier. Why take chances? This is the fate of the world you're talking about. Or you lure the virgin away, because the order doesn't really matter as long as she's last. So you lure her away from the group, and then you just blow up the house. Why can't you do that? If he can die through means that have nothing to do with the ritual, so can everybody else. And then why wouldn't you do it that way instead of taking all these chances? Anyway, that's it. That's my 2 major, 1 minor issue for Cabin in the Woods. I like the movie. You should go see it. It's a good movie. But I can't even enjoy good movies anymore without seeing these. So I share them with you. Enjoy.